This is Abraham Galloway, a North Carolina and a national hero, and I'm from North Carolina, so I'm always going to represent it to the fullest, but I didn't even learn about this guy growing up. This is his story. Abraham Galloway is from Wilmington, North Carolina, and he was born into slavery, but at age 20, he and another slave, Richard Eden, stowed away in the bottom of one of the ships leaving the port with the tar and turpentine and almost died making it to Philly and eventually making it to Canada. Then it wasn't enough for him to save himself. He wanted to go back to Wilmington and save his mother and save the other black folks in his community. So he became a spy for the Union Army. Eventually, he started recruiting for the Union, but when they asked him to help build black troops so they could win the war, he said, sure, I'll do it if you give us equal pay to the white recruits, our wives' jobs, open schools for our kids, and provisions for our families. And they're like, okay, we can do that. And the next day, he had 4,000 black troops at the Cape Fear River. And his influence started to grow in the black community and even in the white community. Why? Because he was an incredible storyteller and speaker, and he could captivate people and motivate people and make them passionate about the cause. One of those people was President Abraham Lincoln, when he and a few others went to the White House, went in the front door and argued for black suffrage, for the right to vote, but not with restrictions like they were trying to say, like they had to be a property owner or they had to be able to read and write, but with no restrictions, the ability to vote. And he ended up winning that in North Carolina. Eventually, he became a state senator from North Carolina, and at the 1868 Constitutional Convention, when they were rewriting the North Carolina Constitution, he said, I came here to help the poor white man as well as the colored man and do justice to all men. He fought for everybody. Sadly, he died at age 33, and there were over 6,000 people at his funeral, which I think is still the record for the biggest funeral in the history of Wilmington, North Carolina. He was a hero, and he was from my state, and he helped change the trajectory of the war. So he's a national hero, and we all learned the big stories growing up in history class, but it's these small stories that really made the big change. Hope this helps, and happy Black History Month.